Hello, we're on. Hello and welcome. We are live. Welcome to the Motorsport Madman for round two. Round two, here we go. This is a Saudi Arabian Grand Prix qualifying. So what are the main stories? You've got Ferrari coming off the back of a 1-2. You've got Red Bull who had a disaster. They're going to be wanting to bounce back rapid style. They're going to want a 1-2 this weekend. Then you got Mercedes. Mercedes are struggling, I tell you now. Mercedes are falling further behind. I would say that perhaps the Alfa Romeo is quicker than the Mercedes round here at the minute, judging from practice. Haas still quick. Yes, Tax, how are we doing? How are we going? What do you think? I'm improving out of Tax, a better background this week, lad. Not just a fucking everything black. Now we've got a couple of things going on now. You know what I mean? Moving up every week will be better than the week before. Do you know what I mean? Every week's gonna be better than the week before. But yeah, can't wait for this one. We're gonna see. It was so close in the final practice session. It was literally less than a tenth of a second between the top three. Between Verstappen, Leclerc and Sainz was so close. Perez as well, just a tenth behind that. You know what I mean? The top four is going to be so close. And then behind that, who's going to take P5 is also another big one. Because is it going to be Mercedes? Is it going to be Lewis or George taking that fifth place? I just don't think that's guaranteed. I don't think that is anything but guaranteed this weekend. Mercedes are struggling more than they did last weekend. More than they did. They're struggling more than they did, so I don't see Mercedes doing. They won't get a podium this weekend. That is pretty much nailed on. They won't be getting a podium this weekend. They were lucky, extremely lucky last weekend. And mate, you're not going to be that lucky again. Green screen what? What's the driller? Why? Oh, is it that bad? It doesn't even look bad on my screen. It's like proper weird face going on. Nah, I haven't got any of that on my screen. Looks bang on for me. Looks bang on. What's going on? Fingers messing with that now is a fucking ball ache though. Messing with fucking the filters and shit now. Look like camo makeup. Nah. I can't even see that though. Oh, for fuck's sake. Messing with that's a fucking... Here we are, filters. Fucking hell. Is that worse or better? Hang on, let me go 450. 450, is that worse or better? What are we saying? Have they still got their camo face on or what? See-through head or what? Is that better or what? Look bang on my screen though, that's the thing. Then Denver sent me a screenshot, mate. It looked like a fucking ghost with a hole through his head. Fucking hell. What a mare. Right, we're on fucking 5 minutes away here. Fucking weird. Fucking mate. What's the predictions for pole position? Then I'm saying Verstappen pulls it out of the bag. I'm saying Verstappen pulls this one out of the bag, mate. Verstappen pole and victory tomorrow. I'm saying because he's got to bite back immediately. He can't be letting Ferrari get a 1-2 and then another 1-2. Ah, fuck that. Verstappen's going to be on it. ba 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 ba. I'll turn my fucking music off now. Fucking up for this. Let's have it round 2. Bum bum bum. Boom boom boom. Fucking vibe to this. Oh, here we go then. Round 2 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix qualifying. Let's have it. A tenth of a second between the top 3 in final practice. This is going to be close. We could have a 4-way shootout for pole position. Can Mercedes even be in the top 10? Like, from final practice, mate, Mercedes look like they're going to be struggling to get in the top 10. What is going on? Valtteri Bottas was rapid. Alfa Romeo looking rapid. Alpha Tauri looking quick as well, but Gasly had a problem near the beginning of the practice session this morning. Gasly had a problem, kept him out for the entire session, but he still ended up like 5th, even though he only did a few laps. So Alpha Tauri looking quick, Alfa Romeo looking quick, Haas again are back in the top 10 in practice. Can they translate that into qualifying? We're going to see. This is... McLaren and Aston Martin still look absolutely nowhere. And this was supposed to be a big year. This was supposed to be a big year for McLaren and Aston Martin. Reckon Gasly will do bits here? Yeah, lad. Reckon Gasly will do bits. This season, Gasly's been doing bits for like 2-3 years now. He's probably the most underrated driver on the grid, Pierre Gasly. I reckon he's champion material. If he had a chance in was it 19? He was, but that was too soon. It was too soon for him. But now, since he's gone to Alpha Tauri, mate, or what was Toro Rosso, Alpha Tauri, mate, he's gonna do bits this year. He did bits last year. He was like P5, P6 every week. Mate, that's the maximum he could do in that car. Alpine looking pretty good as well. They're I think both of them are in the top 10. Both of them were in the top 10 last week, so they'll be looking to carry that on. But the main story is Ferrari against Red Bull. That is the main story here. Who's going to come out on top today, and how far off a Mercedes going to be is the other big storyline. Is how close can Mercedes get? Are they a second off? If you go off practice a couple of hours ago, Mercedes look a second off the pace. In Formula 1 terms, that is massive. That's the size of the Grand Canyon in terms of gaps. A second in Formula 1 can be the difference between 1st and 15th. You're gone if you're a second off the pace, and that's how they looked this morning. Mercedes, a second off what? The last time Mercedes was second off the pace, mate, they came into the sport in 2010. And that was probably the last time they were a second off the pace. 10, 11 years ago, mate. This is a mad season for Mercedes, this. Because they've gone through about 7 years of domination. From 14 to 21, mate. They were the team, especially from 14 to 19. They were the only team. Red Bull will be getting like 2 wins a year, the rest will be Mercedes. Ferrari might scrape a win here and there, and the other 20 wins will be Mercedes. This year, I was thinking this before actually, Hamilton has got this record. Yes, Jordan. You're having a beer later. Fucking no chance. Yeah, of course I am. No, what I was thinking before is that Lewis has got this little record, right? Lewis has got this little record where he's won a race in every single season he's competed. So this is like a 16-year streak, 15-year streak going on, right? Where he's won a race. And in 2009, I tell you now, he had a shit car in 2009. I think he won 2 races. He had a bang average car in 2013. He won the Hungarian Grand Prix in a bang average car, mate. So he's kept the streak going. He's won a race in every single season he's competed. He's going to struggle this year. I'm telling you now, he's going to struggle to keep that going this year. This might be the year that breaks that 15-year streak. Because, mate, they're off it. They're off the pace. Anyway, we're underway for Q1. Looks beautiful under the lights here. Even the fucking waves are lit up on the... Night races do look superb, don't they? There's nothing like racing under the lights. I mean, you're not beat Singapore. Singapore under the lights is a different beast, but they've not raced in Singapore for about... Feels like three years have not raced in Singapore because of COVID and that. But when they go back to Singapore in like probably September this year, mate, something else. And this circuit is absolutely rapid as well. This is the second fastest circuit in Formula One. Behind only behind Monza, and Monza's just Monza's in a different realm. But other than Monza, this is the fastest circuit in Formula One, and you've got the walls, mate. One mistake, you can be having a serious incident. We do see those in Formula 2. These young kids in Formula 2, mate, they're having big crashes. But F1, they're a bit more refined. But mate, one mistake, you're done. So it looks like Lando Norris is the first one to properly go for a flying lap here. But it looks like look at him. Yeah, he's bouncing his way down to turn 13 there. They're still struggling with this porpoise in a few of the teams. Some teams have sorted it out. Notably, Red Bull, they don't seem to be bouncing around at all. But Lando Norris in the McLaren, I mean, McLaren having a shocking time. Absolute shocker. And they'll be devastated because McLaren have been on an upward trajectory since 2015. 15, mate, they were horrific. They wouldn't even get 10% through a race. Then 16, still horrendous. 17, McLaren were a little bit better, some bit of progress. 18, and they've been progressing up the grid every year a little bit better than the last. P5 in the table, then they were P4, then the P3. Bang, this is like a massive reset. They've gone back to 2015 again. They're at the back again. They spent 7 years trying to get to the front. And they nearly got there. And it looks like they've had a massive kick in the bollocks and gone back to the 8th. They look like the 8th or 9th fastest car. Anyway, what we're saying in the chat, Mercedes and Ferrari swap places. Yeah. Results-wise, that's how it could look this year. It could look as if Mercedes and Ferrari have just swapped drillers. They've just swapped. Literally have. In fact, Mercedes look worse than Ferrari have done. You know what I mean? In the last couple of years. So Ferrari have been not that far behind. But Lewis is going to struggle this year. You know, and if he does struggle this year and he's finishing... Because realistically, I think Lewis is looking at finishing 5th at best. 5th at best, right? He was 3rd last week. Guess why? Because 2 of the guys in the top 5 broke down in the last couple of laps. So then So then he gets his third. But nine times out of 10, it's going to be fifth at best. And then you might get Alfa Romeos are lucky and quick, man. You know, you might get a cheeky Valtteri Bottas upsetting that. And a couple of the others, you know, you might get a Pierre Gasly upsetting that. So, mate, even fifth isn't nailed on. So he's going to be doing this, coming off the back of 7 championships and a championship, an 8th one that he should have won. He's going to be coming off the back of that going, mate, what am I doing? He's 37 years old. He's going to be, what? I'm not here to finish P7, mate. And he's going to seriously consider his position at the end, towards the end of this year, I tell you that now. Because he ain't here to finish fucking 7th, I tell you that now. We've finally got some hot laps coming in now. With 12 minutes to go. Looks like both Ferraris are on it now. Leclerc's gone purple in the first sector, so we're going to get the first representative times now coming in. The first 5 minutes of Q1 is a dead thing, but now they're going to start. Now they're going to start picking it up now. What we say? Love the background. Yes, Steve, lad. We're coming on. We're coming on leaps and bounds, Steve. We're going to progress in the game. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie about me. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2. Ooh, it seems like we're going to cut to a crash here. We're going to cut to a crash because we've got a red flag. How am I going to fill this now? We've got a red flag, but the camera hasn't cut to anything yet. Ooh, Latifi's had a massive incident. Yo, where is this? Yo, Nicholas Latifi's had a massive side impact crash. Is that turn 13, that? I've got a feeling that's down at the long bank turn 13, and it is. Yo, that's some pace there. That's over 100 mile an hour, that. Let's have a look at this now. We're seeing it from inside his helmet, right? Okay, here he comes down to turn 13. Little back end go. Oh, mate, you can't react to that. Boom. Mate, the back end just gave way there. Whoa. Right, yeah, so it spun round and the fronts hit the barrier. Yo, he proper. Mate, first incident I've seen that. We've had FP1, 2, FP3. Quali, bang, they push the limits. He's in the wall. Fucking, mate, that's a heavy one, that. So that's Latifi P20 then. Fucking, I hope and pray this red flag isn't 20 minutes long. Because what I'm going to waffle about for the next few minutes is an unknown substance. But he's alright anyway, that's the main thing. He looks like he's alright. He's out of the car. He's doing alright there, the lad. Yeah, double impact. It's like 2 barriers because you've got like a service road there, so you've got like a barrier and another one behind it, so he's like clipped the first one and slammed into the second one, mate. Heavy that. Yeah, that's a point. They red flagged that before Ferrari completed their laps. Their quick laps, man. They were both gonna blast out of the water. Am I watching qualify? Yeah. But mate, that was an impact, that. But he's alright, mate. He's doing alright, my lad. They're not even. Is that? Oh, do you know what's going to happen here? That timing's not even going to be live, is it? Hang on a minute. That's how I've got to have it, I think. Yeah. That's how I've got to have it. That's the driller there. I've got all the timings as my fucking. I can't just have it as a tab that's open because it won't update itself. So I've got to have it in front of everything. So I can't see the stream. I can't see what's going on. I've just got to have the timings up. But you get a Haas 1-2 at the moment. McLaren 3-4. But half the grid haven't set a time yet. Yeah, only the top 11 have set a time. Oh no, sorry, 30. Well, only 11 out of the 20 of them have set a representative lap time. So the other 9 guys are gonna be sweating now. They've got 11 minutes. They'll, you know what I mean. They'll get a good couple of laps in. But Ferrari, Red Bull, AlphaTauri and Alpine haven't even got banker laps in. Neither's Bottas. So we've got a Magnussen Schumacher 1-2, so get in. Are they clearing it up now? Come on. Clear it up, lads. At least there's a service road right there, so they can just shimmy that car backwards and it's gone. And then obviously they've got to check the barriers to make sure the barriers are fully operational. And once everything's tip top, we're back underway. Corner analysis, Jesus Christ, man. What's that old meme? Stop the count now. We've got a Haas 1-2. Yeah, we're going to see a replay of Lewis Hamilton here now. Yeah, turn 1, turn 2. Yeah, he's losing the rear end in turn 2. Coming down to turn 4 now. Oh, he's just an absolute nightmare, that Mercedes. He's wrestling that car. He's wrestling that car around turn 4 then. Oh, Latifi, mate, just... Latifi, as soon as he turns in, the back end's gone. And from there, he ain't saving it. As soon as the back end goes, you're not saving that. You're not saving that. Game over. Game over for Latifi, but we're getting underway pretty hard. 14 minutes past, which is now. 5 seconds, let's go. So, we've got 11 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. And half the grid haven't set a lap time yet. But remember, this is just Q1. So this is all about not being in the bottom 5. So, if you're 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th or 20th, you're out. At the end of when that time runs out, if you're in that bottom 5, you're out. And that means that your grid position is then set for the race tomorrow. So if you, for example, finish at 17th in this session now, that's it. You'll start 17th. But if you get in that top 15, bottom 5 are out, and you go again for Q2, then the next 5 will get knocked out at the end of that session. So then there'll be 11th through to 15th will be set. And then there's a Q3, the final part of qualifying, and it's a 12-minute session Q3, and that's the top 10 shootout for pole position. So this is just the first part. So this is all about just being in Just, this is all about not being in the bottom five, basically. As long as you're not in the bottom five, sound as a pound, mate, you're through. So for the top guys, this is pretty standard. This, if you're in a quick car, you don't even need to push it to the max. If you're in a Red Bull or a Ferrari, probably just them two, really. Everyone else has got to fucking put a good lap in. But if you're in a Ferrari or a Red Bull, you can just sort of get yourself warmed up in this session. It doesn't have to be a bang on perfect lap. It's got to be decent, but you don't have to push it to the absolute limit. And then, but for the guys in the midfield, this session is everything. If you're in a Williams, well, he's crashed, that guy. But if you're in the other Williams, or an Aston Martin, or a McLaren, cringe to say it, but or a McLaren, or an Alfa Romeo or something, this session is critical. Or a Haas, this session is critical because you've got to get through, man. Look how quick this circuit is. From turns 4 to 10, mate, it's rapid. Now we're coming down to turn 13. Nice little banked long left-hander up against the wall. They've made the track wider here. That curb used to be right up against the wall. It's not anymore. But these corners are quick, man. These corners are rapid. But yeah, again, they've made the track wider there. Here as well, they've added a few feet there again. So everything's a little bit wider this year. And that corner's going, look at how smooth. This is rapid. Verstappen going purple, but Leclerc behind him on a rapid lap as well. Nice lap from Verstappen. This comes across the line, rapid 29.3. That's 8 seconds. He's just second faster than the rest of the field at the minute. But here come Ferrari. Sainz and Leclerc on an absolute... They're on barnstorming laps. So much about it, you don't have to push it in Q1. If you're in a quick car, mate, they're going for it. Perez goes P2. So Perez 8 tenths. Perez 8 tenths behind Verstappen, and Leclerc goes 3 tenths faster. So, and Sainz beats that. Jesus Christ, Ferrari are rapid, mate. Yo, Ferrari 1-2, Sainz on a 128.8, Leclerc on a 129 flat, Verstappen a 129.3. Oh, Russell puts it P4, fair enough. Yo, that's out of nowhere. That is an impressive lap by George. George has just gone P4. Eh? Go on, George Russell. I'd love George Russell to do well. These days, I don't particularly support a driver. I used to back in the day. Back in the day, I used to be a big Hamilton fan, a big Alonso fan. But mate, as long as it's a close, as long as you get a lot of battles, I'm not interested in who wins. As long as it's a fight, I don't mind who wins. But there is the exception of Mick Schumacher. I would love Mick Schumacher to do well, and also George Russell as well. I'd like to see him do well. You know, he's got the big seat now. He's rolling with the big boys now, George Russell. So I would like to see him do well. I'd like to see Mick Schumacher do well. But as regards to the other 18 drivers, mate, I'm neutral. Mate, everyone's divided. Hamilton or Verstappen, mate. Both. None of them. Oh, mate, don't care. As long as it's a good fight. I'm up for anyone winning as long as it's a good fight. As long as they've got a fight for it, mate, I'm up for any of them winning. The only driver I didn't like was Nico Rosberg. He's long gone. So since Rosberg's got me, I'm happy as Larry. So we got Norris on a quick lap, Schumacher, Bottas. So we start looking at the bottom five now with 5 minutes to go. Tsunoda's not even set a lap time yet. Latifi's crashed. So you've got Albon, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo in trouble. Gasly down there as well. He's going to want to improve. Hamilton only 13th at the minute. He's got to improve from that. Why is Yuki Tsunoda not even set a time? Is what I want to know. Unless I've missed something. But Norris goes 5th. I am completely perplexed by that. Lando Norris has gone 5th. He's now moved down to 6th because Bottas has replaced him. Bottas has gone 5th now. But, mate, I've not seen a McLaren in the top 5 since last year. What's going on? Zhou Guan Yu, P8 at the minute. Alfa Romeo looking quick. Magnussen goes 7th. Ocon only 11th. Hamilton down to 14th now. He needs to put in a good lap. Ricciardo goes 11th. Right, Tsunoda's still not set a time. Latifi's binned it, so he's definitely out. You got Albon's a second off getting through. Hulkenberg's down there. Gasly now puts it P5. Mate, this truck's ramping up in grip here. Lewis has got it. This has got to be a good time from Lewis. You are joking me. Mate, Lewis Hamilton's 16th with 3 minutes to go. He hasn't improved. I'm not even... Yeah, it's updating now. That comment's from 5 minutes ago, but whatever. Mate, Hamilton's 16th. There's 3 minutes to go. Yo, he's got one more chance to get out of the bottom 5. I mean, I knew Mercedes was struggling, but I didn't think he'd be in the bottom 5. Especially with Russell P4. What's going on? Lewis is struggling massively. Okay, now. Yo, he's got 103 pole positions, mate. He might be stuck on that number now. He might be stuck at 103 now. Oh, mate. But why is he... But, right, fair enough he's struggling. But why is he struggling so much compared to Russell as well? We've not got the... What's the time? What's the gap between... Right, so Russell's... Don't know, 129.6. He's 9 tenths behind Russell. That's not right, that. What's going on there? He's 17th quickest down the straights. He's 17th fastest down the straights. This is it. Jensen's just said exactly what I've just said there. He's 9 tenths behind his teammate in the same car. He must have made a glaring mistake. He must have. He's going for it again then. We're a minute to go now in Q1. Bottas has gone P5. So it's Ferrari, Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, Red Bull, top 6. Lewis down in 16th is a big story at the minute. He's got to get through. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. He's only a tenth up on the time he needs to get in the top 15. As Magnussen pops up into 7th. Mate, this Haas, yeah, it might not be a one-off. You think in Bahrain, it might be a one-off. You know what I mean? Golden Goose. Mate, they're quick. Lewis ain't quick at the minute. Albon's improved, but he's still in the bottom 5. So Albon looks like he's out. Albon's 16th at best. Latifi's binned it. I don't understand what's happened to Yuki Tsunoda, but he's not even set a time, so Tsunoda's out. Barring, unless he puts together, I don't even know where Tsunoda is. Latifi's out, but here's Hamilton. Oh my God, 15th. He's only just about through. Stroll could knock him out, and Stroll knocks Hamilton out. Hamilton's out at qualifying. Oh my God, Hamilton's P16 at best. Hamilton's 16th. I've never seen this. They're saying this hasn't happened since 2017, mate. This has not happened since 2009. Forget 2017. This hasn't happened since 2009. Hamilton's just been knocked out in the first part of qualifying. What? I knew he was struggling, but I am absolutely shell-shocked. I am absolutely shell-shocked, mate. He's P16, bro. This season is going to be a massive sobering. This is going to sober Lewis up this season, man. He's had a decade of. He's virtually had a decade of being in the top 3. I'm telling you now, he's had a decade of being in the top 3. He's just qualified 16th. Mate, this is big story. This is the biggest story. Tsunoda didn't set a time, so I don't know what happened to Yuki Tsunoda, but he didn't even get out of the garage by the sounds of things. Okay, now. Get in, Stroll, innit? Get in. So get in. Lance Stroll, mate, he got out. He's through. He's knocked Lewis out, so what's the bottom 5 here? You can't even see who's 20th, but I'll tell you who's 20th. Yuki Tsunoda. Because he didn't even set a time, and I don't remember the commentator mentioning that, why or what's gone on, but he's clearly had an issue. Latifi's binned it, so he'll start 19th. Hulkenberg, who's a substitute driver, because Vettel's still struggling with COVID, unfortunately, so Hulkenberg, the super sub, knocked that super down in 18th. Alexander Albon, 17th, he's out. Lewis Hamilton will start the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix from 16th. I mean, we knew from winter testing, from the first race, the Mercedes weren't quite there, They've got this porpoising issue, the bouncing issue. We knew that they weren't quite on it. But if you'd have said to me last month, he's gonna wangle a podium in Bahrain, but then he's going to turn up to Saudi Arabia and qualify 16th, I'd have told you, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, 16th, man. Third was too good. Third was a proper lucky, cheeky podium there. Third was too good. 16th, mate, what? But what's even more perplexing is, right, if they were like 15th and 16th, you go, oh mate, the car's just shit, mate. You know, if the 15th and 16th, you go, oh mate, the car is an absolute dog. But I swear Russell's in like the top 5. Russell's put it for Lewis done. Oh, what hasn't Lewis done? This is crazy, man. I'm almost laughing and like excited about it. And it must seem like I don't like Hamilton, but I do. Like I used to proper cheer him. I used to be proper Hamilton fanboy back in the day, mate. So I'm in no way celebrating that he's out, mate. But I just love the drama of it. The more dramatic this sport is, the more I like it. The more controversial and chaotic, the better. And Hamilton qualifying 16th is chaotic and dramatic and controversial, so I'm for it. Like, I love it. Whatever storyline. No, Latifi crashed, not Tsunoda. Yeah, I know. Latifi crashed, but Tsunoda's had a problem. Tsunoda didn't even get out, Jordan. I don't know what happened to him. Tsunoda didn't even set a time, lad. So I don't even know, mate. But I know it was Latifi that crashed. Exactly, Jordan. Why is Russell so far ahead, though? That's what doesn't make sense. That's what I was just saying. If they were 16th and 17th, you go, oh, right, it's just a shit car. But Russell 4th, Hamilton 16th, mate. I've never seen Hamilton a second behind a teammate in his 15-year career. I've never seen that. And like I was saying, it's the first time since 2009. Well, 2013 he didn't have a great car either. But it's the first time since 2009 he's got a bit of a shit car. Or he's towards the back of the field. This is the first time I've seen Hamilton in 16th since 2009, I'll tell you that now. He's had a decade, more than a decade, of smooth running, mate. Smooth running. So this is a massive sobering moment. You know, he'll be going into that back room now, into his little private quarters at the back, thinking. He'll be sat down now thinking, do I need this? Do I need this? Do I need this kind of shit? You know what I mean? This could be his last year, this. Here we go then for Q2. Green light. We're out for Q2, of which Hamilton won't be taking part in. Crazy shit. These rules been great for Formula 1. Oh, as if you're a Red Bull or Ferrari fan, yeah. If you're a Mercedes fan, probably not. But no, I think they are in general. In general, I think it's better. Because you've got to think about the overall thing, and you've got to remember that last season was the best championship battle since probably 2012. So you've got to bear that in mind, that last year was very, very good. Last year was a golden goose of a season. Last year was very, very good. So there have been some piss poor seasons though, like I think 14 and 16. You know, there have been some piss poor seasons. And what it certainly has done is shuffle the pack. You know, it certainly shuffled the pack. But as it made the racing better, it's too early to say. Like, as it made the sport fundamentally better, I don't know yet. If we were coming off the back of a shit season, I'd be going, oh mate, yeah, it needed the refresh, this is 10 times better. But because it was so good last year, and Hamilton and Verstappen went right to the wire, to the final corner, the final lap, because it was that good, this is gonna have to be very good for me to say the sport is better now. It's certainly shuffled the pack though. You know, if you're sick of the Hamilton success or you're sick of the Mercedes success, oh mate, you're loving this. If you're bored of the Mercedes, they've had 8 years of domination. You're sick of that. You're sick of Lewis, mate. This is bang on this because they're seriously on the back foot, more than what I thought they were. But he remains, lad. He's 16th, Jordan. Lad, he's out. I don't know if you know how quality works, but lad, he's 16th, set in stone now. 16th through to 20th, set in stone. Done. Gone. Mate, I'm shell shocked, mate. I can't believe it. I can't genuinely, mate. He's gonna be fuming. Do you know what though? He's not even gonna be fuming. He's just gonna be. Do you know when you just like. He's going to be in a contemplation mode is what he's going to be in. He's not going to be kicking the fingers, oh fuck you, He's not going to be. He's going to be one of them where he's going to sit down and think. He's going to be in a contemplation here because, mate, this is going to be a sobering season, this. Right, here we go. Anyway, Q2. Leclerc's on a flyer, mate. You purple in the first two sectors. Leclerc's going to bang it P1 early doors here in Q2. Here he comes then. A 28.8. Rapid. Ferrari put down the gauntlet, mate. They've not even mentioned Yuki Tsunoda. What happened to him, mate? I don't think they'd have anyway. But he never even got out of the garage by the sound about him. Seemingly never even got out of the garage, man. Right. Russell just pops it P2 there, 7/10 off. 7/10, but he's on a harder tyre. So Russell's 7/10 behind Leclerc, but he's on a harder and therefore slower tyre. So that's actually not. It's actually not bad lap from George Russell. That. I don't know what the gap is between the tyres, but I'd say you're talking at least half a second between soft, medium and hard. So for Russell to only be 7/10 off on a medium set of tyres, it's not bad at all. Perez P2 then, only a 10th. Fucking half a 10th behind Leclerc. That's very close. Ferrari and Red Bull are so evenly matched. And that's bang on that for me. As long as you've got competition, I don't care who wins, as long as it's competitive. And seeing two teams so close like that's brilliant. The dream situation is 3 teams fighting out, 6 drivers fighting out. That's the dream. But two's alright because we've had years where it's just one team out front and everybody else fighting behind. But we've got a Ferrari versus Red Bull this year. It's decent, man. So Sainz on a flying lap here now. Final corner. Nice, hits the apex, nice. Alonso pops up into P3. Sainz now gunning for the line. P3, how far is he behind? 29 flat. So he's a 10th. So there's a 10th and a half between the top 3. Hey, give me this for a season, mate. 10th and a half between the top 3. Sign me up, lad. Yo, my TV froze then. Here comes Max then up to the line. He's gone purple in sector 2. Puts it 3rd. So he's behind Perez at the minute. Yo, look at this. Look at this. There's a 10th and a half in between the top 4. This is what you want. This is what you want. So the moment you just Ferrari, Red Bull, Ferrari. And then Alonso at a half a second behind. Russell still up in P5, which is, well, fucking surprising considering loses 16th, but it shouldn't be surprising. You know what I mean? It should be pretty. Whoa, look how close he gets to that inside wall there at turn 4. Mate, this section's rapid. He's been held up. Yeah, he's been held up severely there. Who was holding up there, Ricardo or? Yeah, Ricardo's held up Ocon something rotten there, mate. Ricardo's getting a penalty for that, I reckon. Yeah, I have to say, I think Ricardo's getting a penalty for that. He blocked Ocon raw there. That was bad. That. Bottas on a quick lap here. Then towards the end of the lap, only one more corner to go. Turn 27 then. Oh, nicely right up against the wall for Valtteri Bottas. Gunning towards the line then. 28.8's the benchmark from Charles Leclerc. Half a second down puts it P6. Alfa Romeo are good, man. They've got a good car. Here comes Zhou Guanyu. 11th. Remember, you need to be in the top 10 to get through to the final Q3 session. So 11th ain't going to cut it, mate. You've got 6.5 minutes to improve. At the moment, so the bottom 5 at the moment from 10th through to 15th. Well, that's the bottom 6. But the bottom 5, 11th through to 15th is Zhou Guanyu, Daniel Ricciardo, Kevin Magnussen, Lance Stroll and Esteban Ocon. 6 minutes to go. So they'll all be looking to, well, everyone will be looking to improve, but who's your outlier then? Alonso in P5, only half a second off is a good lap. Bottas again looking quick, only 0.6 off. Russell on the mediums is quite a surprise. What's this then? We've got a close-up of Pierre Gasly. Looks like he's got damage on the side of the floor. And we're going to see why. He has got damage on the right-hand side of the floor. I wonder if he's smashed a curb or something, but they've gaffer taped it up. They've gaffer taped up the side of his floor just to get him out of it. You've got to do a quick fix, haven't they? You quick fix, get him back out there again. But he must have my guess there, he bounced over a curb and he's just cracked. He's crunched the side of the floor into a curb there. I need to do that, I reckon. Oh, Mick Schumacher's had a massive crash. Oh, Mick Schumacher's had a massive crash. Oh, Mick Schumacher's just had a horrendous crash. That's a really high speed crash, that. Oh, Mick Schumacher's had a fucking horrendous crash there. Mate, I hope he's alright. Because that is a bad one, mate. Mate, that's the heaviest incident I've seen for a long time. That's a heavy one, that. Instant red flag, obviously. Mate, I said I've not seen them crash here yet. I said that in F2 they're crashing all over the gaff. Because you've got a rapid circuit where I don't even know what the average speed is, but the average speed's got to be 150. You know, it's a seriously rapid circuit. And you see them. I was watching Formula 2 and you've seen a lot of incidents. But Formula 1, mate, last year was the first time they raced it, and I don't think there was any incidents. And this year you've seen Latifi bin it, but that was serious, man. 170 miles an hour, they're saying. Man's crashed at 170 miles an hour. Can you even think? Yo, did he just... Yo, did Daniel Ricciardo stop in the wrong pit box then? That was weird. But yeah, I hope he's alright, man. Fucking hell. That was heavy, man. Damn, mate, that's the heaviest crash I've seen in a long time. Mate, this is going to be a long red flag, this. I know, I just hope he's alright. They get him out with the car, man. This is a weird one, this. Was it the last chicane? Well, I say chicane. I don't know where that was on the circuit. Let me have a look here. Was it at See, if he's crashed like that at turn 22, mate. Fucking... If he's crashed like that there, this corner here, 22, mate. You serious high speed. But even if he's crashed it, he's either... He's either at... Where is this? Oh, it does look bad, this. I can't tell where that is. Is this the final corner? He's talking to the doctors and he's conscious, apparently. At least. I wonder if he's crashed it. Man, I don't even know. I was thinking he's been there at turn 22. If he's been there at 22, mate. It's rapid. This could be a long red flag, this. I mean, who knows when this is going to get back underway? Yeah, no runoff area. You mess it up there. Look at the debris. Look at the mess here. Turn 12, right? So I see. So he's crashed at turn 10. Yeah, mate, he's rapid. He's crashed at turn 10, that's rapid there, man. It's rapid everywhere on this circuit. It's only only 1 and 2 is slow. And the final hairpin, turn 27, not that fast, but mate, the rest of the corners are near enough flat out. I can hear Christian Horner telling Max Verstappen that Schumacher's alright. But what alright means, he's alright, that could just mean he's conscious, do you know what I mean? Could be. Who knows? No, big stoppage here now. So when they do eventually get this back underway, there'll be 5 minutes left. But I hope he's alright, man. I was saying he's the one driver I'd love to see do well, you know what I mean? His dad is a legend. I'd love to see Mick Schumacher do well, and that, mate, that's a big incident he's had there. They're not even showing replays of it, that's how bad it is, you know what I mean? It's rare that you see someone wrap it up that bad. It's rare that you see huge incidents like that. You might see one every couple of seasons like that, you know what I mean? One every couple of years like that. That was heavy. Well, they're saying they've got him into the ambulance. Jesus Christ, man. What's Ricardo got around the back of his head there? Cool bag or something. Mate, look at the... Mate, that car's destroyed, mate. I just hope he's alright, no broken bones and that, but... Who knows, because that was serious, that. Now the clean-up job begins. There's the ambulance. Jesus Christ, man, that's a bad one. I hope he's alright, man. Not the kind of thing you want to see, that. Now the clean-up job begins, mate. That car is... Look how far it's come from... How far it's come from where he's hit the barrier at 10. He's come another fucking half a mile down the road. That's crazy, man. Look at this, the entire rear, the car's snapped in. Oh my God. Yo, look at the scenes here. The rear of the car's just snapped off. What the fuck, man? That is absolutely ruined, lad. They've lifted that up and it's snapped in half. 1-0 Switzerland. I don't even know who Switzerland are playing, man. Might as well say 1-0 fucking Cuba under 17, you know what I mean? What? But mate, that was horrendous, that. Mate, they try to interview Hamilton here, but he's not do you know what I mean? It's not the vibe, that. You know what I mean? Schumacher's had a horrendous incident there. And they still got to do the job, and they're like, Lewis, how's the car doing? You're struggling with downforce and that. Like, he's just like, mate. He's stood there like, mate. My comrade has just had a horrendous incident. Fucking look at the state of that car, man. They're putting down a lot of sand there to soak up the oil or whatever fluid. The rest of it, hydraulic fluid and all the rest of it. It's all over the circuit there, from turn 10 all the way to 12. Mate, what else is it to say? Just hope he's not too... Just hope he's going to be alright. I'm going to get this underway again eventually, but... Oh, mate, it's a big clean-up job, that. Yeah, now's not really the time, innit? You know what I mean? He's there going, he's there going, is Mick alright? And they're giving it. Which you've got, they're trying to do the job, innit? But it's just not the time, man. It's not the time to be like, So you're really struggling with the balance out there, Lewis. We've really seen you porpoising down to turn 13. What seems to be the problem? You know what I mean? He's like, mate, fucking... Mick's just had a horrendous incident here. Like I give a fuck, mate. Nasty one, yeah. That just it brings home just how there was fears about this circuit that it's a bit dangerous, you know what I mean? Because it's the second fastest circuit. I keep hesitating there because I want to say second fastest circuit in the world, and then I think of the Nürburgring, and I think of a couple of others, but it's the second fastest circuit in Formula One, and because I wonder if Le Mans has got a higher average speed. Perhaps it has. But nonetheless, mate, this is a dangerous circuit, really. Because you've got the barriers so close. When you think of other street circuits like Singapore, I mean, the other high-speed one is Azerbaijan. That's a high-speed street circuit. But it's not got the same high-speed sweeping bends that this has. Only the Azerbaijan, the only proper high-speed sweeping bends is the last corner. And we've seen a few smack the wall on the outside of the last corner in Azerbaijan, but this has just got 8 or 9 rapid, seriously high speed corners, and that's unheard of in a street circuit, really. I mean, look at Singapore, mate. 90-degree left, 90-degree right. You've not got fast sweeping bends at Singapore. You've only got one at Azerbaijan. The rest of the time, it's straight 90 left, straight 90 right. Narrow little castle section. 90 left. But this, mate, this is fucking... You're nearly going flat out. You're flat out from where is it? Like turn 4 to turn 10. Mate, it's literally like 150 mile an hour. Boom, 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 boom. Just rapid. And that just proves it there. You make one mistake, you're having a heavy incident. And that's the first one I've seen in Formula 1, that. I was saying, I've seen a few in Formula 2 wrap it up. But we've seen 2 here in qualifying. We're only halfway through qualifying. We've seen 2 incidents. Latifi's wasn't half as bad as that, though. Latifi's was child's play compared to what Mick's just had there. Jesus Christ, look at the barrier now. Oh, this could be a series. This is the problem now. They've got to replace all this lot now. Did MSC not wave? They didn't put the camera anywhere near to get in. They didn't get the cameras anywhere near to get it into any kind of perspective where you'd see him waving. Mate, they didn't show anything, like, just in case it's... Yo, what's going on here? For a second there, I was like thinking, fucking hell, that green truck's going to crash into that forklift truck then. So they've got... Yeah, this is what I mean. They might have to replace the whole barrier now. Yo, heavy. Yeah, they're just saying that they're going to have to replace the entire car, mate. These cars, what was it? Someone broke it down on a video online. They reckon they're worth 12 million pounds in components, these cars. And that car's completely written off. And Haas, now they haven't got the Russian sponsorship. 12 million is going to be a difficult one. Well, this is what they're saying now. People were wary that there was going to be a big shunt here. Well, now it's happened. Because there was talk of it. There was little rumours like, oh, is it a bit... You know, we're all about the thrill, but is it a bit too... fucking... Is it over the limit of... I mean, is it a bit too dangerous? Yeah, but Johnny, Azerbaijan doesn't have serious sweeping bends though. In Azerbaijan, they compare it to Azerbaijan like I did, but it's not the same, man. Because the thing is, in Azerbaijan, where you're going fast is just a straight line. It's just a straight in Azerbaijan, so it's not. It's way more dangerous than Azerbaijan. This, because Azerbaijan, has got its mile-long straight where you're at absolute VMAX, but you're in this. But with all due respect, you're in a straight line. But when you've got 150 mile an hour, 150. Oh, here we go. Some news on Mick. Oh, there wasn't any news on Mick. They just said, oh, some news on Mick. Not any. Jesus Christ, that Marshall was close, wasn't he? Oh, talking to Latifi now. So Latifi's alright after his crash. track clean up. A big clean up job now, but it's if the barrier is. If those Tech Pro barriers have got to be replaced. This could be a serious red flag session, this. Yeah, Williams might have to, I don't know how bad the Williams is damaged, but they might need a new chassis as well. You know, it's arguably the two smallest teams are the two cars that have just been wrapped up. So serious. Look at the barrier. They've got. You have a look at that and decide, right? Are we gonna? Right? Are they gonna just carry on with that barrier with all like proper scuffed? This is the thing now. They either carry on with a massively scuffed barrier down the right hand side at turn 11, 12, or they replace the driller. And if they're replacing the barrier, mate, it could be more than that, more than that. Like a fucking hour red flag. Do you know what I mean? Right. Oh, they're just saying that the rear of the car breaking off is a design feature. For no news yet on Mick. And what condition he's in. And no news on when the session's going to restart. So, okay, we're in a limbo here. We're on full limbo mode here now. Well, the drivers are still sat in the car, so they've not been told, which is a positive thing. They're all still sat in the car with the crash helmets on, which is a good thing because usually when there's a proper lengthy stoppage, like say if there was going to be like another half hour, they'd all just get out of the cars and chill out and fucking. But they're all staying in the cars, which. Are we getting underway soon? Is Mick okay? Do you know what I mean? Unanswered questions. Are they going to replace this barrier? Or they're just sweeping away all this all this dust they put down to soak up the, or whatever, the oil or whatever liquid's been spilt, they've put down a hell of a lot of sand. Now they're clearing that up. He's probably coming to it to inspect the barrier here now, this fella. FIA delegate, he's sort of they're checking out how slippy it is. Yeah, but he's going to be this is the three things they're looking for. They're looking for debris. He's going to be inspecting that barrier. Here we go. The 2022 car has been designed to withstand 15% more energy in a crash. Lessons learned for 2020 Bahrain Grand Prix crash from Roman Grosjean. Yeah, that was horrendous. That one. Well, Max is out of the car. Is he? Is he getting back in? Has he been told? Has he been told we're getting underway soon? Get back in. Yeah, the teams are preempting that it's going to be underway pretty soon, I think. Well, the FIA fella. Right. You've got a fella from the FIA giving instructions to the marshals. They might have to put another load of sand down and send that truck round again. So Perez is out of the car. He's gone to the team. He's gone to the what do they call them on the front? Not the pit crew. The fucking. He's gone trackside anyway with his team. But most of the other guys are still sat in the cars, apart from Perez. So, I don't know. Oh yeah, Sonoda, what happened to him? Yeah. Alright, cooling system issue was Yuki Tsunoda there. That's why he never set a lap time in Q1, Tsunoda. So we'll be starting from the back. Tsunoda P20. Latifi crashed in Q1, will start 19th. Hulkenberg 18th, Albon 17th, Hamilton knocked out Q1 16th. Then we moved to Q2, and with 5 minutes to go in Q2, Mick Schumacher's had a horrendous incident, which they now try to clear up. Yeah, they have put another load of fucking. Yeah, they've had to put another load of sand down to soak up all the. He mustn't have been happy with it, that fella from the FIA. He said, "No, I'm not happy with it. It's still slippy, this mate. Put another load of sand down, and then that truck's gonna have to come round again." Jesus Christ, man. Hopefully, get an update about Mick as well. half an hour since the red flag came out. How have I preached this so far? I don't know. I didn't preempt this. I didn't really expect a 45-minute red flag scenario. See that big label then on the they have these little things they put on the side pod to send cold air to the engine to keep the car from overheating. Well, they send the cool air to the radiators and that, and it's got a little tag on it. Please remove before run. Because I remember actually Jensen Button that having one of them still stuck in the car in Monaco. I'm going to say Monaco 2010. Still had that, so then obviously no air can get in. You see how that on that house there, if you're watching? He's got that little bung in the side pod. That's just feeding. Sometimes they have like dry ice in them and stuff. It's basically just feeding cold air into the radiators. And Red Bulls has got a little tag on it, please remove. Because if they forget that, mate, they don't remove that. Because Red Bulls was a lot slimmer there, a lot smaller. And if they don't remove that, mate, you're gonna blow up the engine rapid. Because the heat. Little reminder. Still not happy with the state of the circuit, this fella. One England. Decent. Right, so Mick's been taken to hospital for a scan as a precaution, which is a good sign, as a precaution, so hopefully he's not too badly hurt then. With a bit of luck, fingers crossed. Oh, they're saying Mick appears physically fine, which is good. Oh, we can take a deep breath now. So Mick seems like he's alright. That's the big thing. So Mick seems like he's alright. He's going to hospital for a scan, a precautionary scan. Thank God for that. So he looks like he might be alright. Now let's get the track cleared up and let's get this qualifying session finished. Thank God he's alright, man. That was a horrendous one, that was. I can hear an engine going. There'll be a message come through and it'll say session to resume in, and then they'll give him at least 5 minutes. But we're waiting for that. Yeah, they've got to clear up all this dust now, all this cement dust that they've put down. They've now got to sweep all that up. Oh, it was a bad one, that, Matty. That was. I mean, I would say that's the worst one I've seen in years. That's the worst one since Kubica crashed in Canada in 2007. I would say that. I would say that. But then there was the Grosjean one, wasn't there, in Bahrain 2020, which was pretty bad. Oh, here we go then. So we've got Russell I got a George Russell and a Lewis Hamilton comparison on their laps here because Russell was P4 and Hamilton was 16th. So they're just comparing as to why Lewis is like 0.8 of a second slower than his teammate. Right, so Lewis has messed it up in turn 1. In the very first corner, Lewis has already lost a load of time to George. Then these are high speed bends, these. Right, so through, what corner is that? That's through, you can see the fucking, mate, these green screen settings are fucking, they need to be changed rapid. Wait, let me mess with that now. Might as well fucking, no, that's getting worse there. It's because, see how weird's that looking now though? It's because I've not got enough light, that's why. Because it's getting dark here now. I need like a ring light or something. I need more light basically. I've probably got that thing with the ghost fucking thing, but it'll get better every week, you know what I mean? I'm just starting out, I don't know what the fuck to do, do you know what I mean? Oh mate, Hamilton, I mean I've missed the comparison of that entire lap now because I'm messing with the green screen shit. Good to hear he's alright, yeah man, seems like he might be alright, which, the Alonso's out of the car now. They're all thinking, fuck it, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Zhou Guan Yu, Alfa Romeo looking good, man. But Lewis. Mate, they're all getting out of the car now. Oh, they've got Gunter Steiner here. Here we go. We're gonna get some information here now on Mick. No injuries. Get in. So get in. That's the biggest win of this. That's the biggest win you'll see this weekend. That. He's all right. Seems to be all right. No breakage. You know. What's worrying that though? There was 10 or 15 minutes there where I was thinking, fucking hell, you like, shit, man, that was bad. But oh, thank God, he seems like he's all right. I hope they can get this underway now in the next few minutes, man. Yeah, before he's crashed, mate, they're looking good. Haas are looking Haas is looking decent, but mate, maybe Kevin might put it. He'd be looking to get through to Q3, Kevin. Let me have a look what it looks like. Yeah, it looks alright. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Wait a minute. Yeah, there, look at that. That's when it goes fucking see-through face mode. What's it like back here? I'm gonna look what it looks like. Oh, I'm alright when I'm back here. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Well, my hand is fucking... Whoa. But I'm alright when I'm further back, though. You know what I mean? Here we go, they're showing the replay now. Now they know he's alright, you see. Oh, he's gone right over the curb. Oh my god, it's that curb. Yo, he's lost it on the curb. Oh, it's a heavy one, mate, that. That's heavy, that. Jesus Christ. That side pod on the right hand side, mate, is absolutely destroyed. Look at this, right? So he gets on the curb. Oh, mate. Because what's happened is the car's bottomed out on the curb. Look, the car. He loses the rear end, mate, and then, mate, he's hit his side on. Boom. Oh, it's massive. Holy shit, that's fucking hell. He's off in a helicopter, him. I hope he's alright, man. But they're saying he's alright, they're saying it's just be a precautionary scan. But Jesus Christ, that was fucking heavy, that. It's the heaviest crash I've seen in a long time. He's lost the rear end on that curb, just like Alonso did yesterday, but Alonso saved it, didn't lose it as bad as that, obviously. And he just lost the rear end on that fucking, I know exactly that curb. I know from the F1 game, I know that fucking curb. I know it. And he's gone on there, boom, lost the rear end. Mate, spun round before he even knows where he is, who he is, or what day it is. He spun around and gone, bang! 170 mile an hour side on. Mate, 20 or 30 years ago, that'd have killed her, man. That kind of impacted her, killed her, man. There's safety in this sport now. The way the cars are built to soak that up, and that he's seemingly not broken any bones, just going to hospital for a scan, just to make sure he's in one piece. It's unbelievable. You have that crash in the 1980s, mate. You know, that's game over. That's fucking... Look, they've still got loads of trucks on the circuit. We're another fucking hell. We're not close to resuming yet, I tell you that much. Kid with a sign here. Max. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was... Oh, there's Mick talking to the... Oh, we've got a clip here of Mick talking to the... That's good. Right, that's cool. They're just showing a clip of Mick Schumacher there talking to the medical staff and all that, and he seems all right, which is okay. Now there was I tell you now, there was a 10-15 minute period there where we're thinking, well, we're just here like, do I end it? What do I do here? He might be seriously hurt here. I'm stood here on fucking YouTube. Do you know what I mean? It was a weird one, man. But it looks like he's alright. But thank fuck for them, for their safety. And on top of that, they've actually improved the side impact strength for this year. In fact, I'm sure they have. I'm sure that I read an article before the season started that they've improved the side impact crash structures. It's coming clutch today, hasn't it? Jesus, it's coming clutch. Look at that Mercedes with the looking like a jelly mold with little slits for side pods. It's an ambitious design, that. When I saw that Mercedes for the first time, mate, I was like, wow, this is insane. I was thinking, when I first saw that Mercedes with those side pods, which was like the second test, because the first test in Barcelona, they had normal side pods. They had a normal drill, a normal looking car. And you're thinking, wow, yeah, they look alright. Mercedes, yeah, looks decent. And it was Red Bull that took all the headlines in the first test, because they had this side pod with this massive undercut underneath. And on top of that, it was raw carbon fibre as well, unpainted carbon fibre, massive undercut under the side pods. And I was thinking, whoa, that's radical, that. Red Bull have pulled a rabbit out of the hat here with these side pod design. And then Mercedes rock up at obviously then you've got Ferrari with this sculpted thing. But little do people know, everyone's forgotten, yeah, McLaren had side pods like that in 2011. McLaren had side pods like the Ferrari have got now in 2011. No one's mentioned that. They had proper sculpted. It was like a letter L, actually. The 2011 McLaren side pods was like a letter L, just like the Ferrari. In fact, more extreme. I'd hasten to say, more extreme than Ferrari. So everyone's going on about these Ferrari side pods with the sculpted. Mate, McLaren did that 11 years ago. But anyway, Red Bull turned up, but then Mercedes turned up with this no side pod car at the second test in Bahrain a week before the season started, and boom, side pod delete. The side pod delete, mate. That was insane when I saw that, and everyone was like, that really, really is a radical design, that Mercedes, because it's like, where have they put the radiators? How have they done this crash structure? They've made the crash structure into an aerodynamic device, so it looked insane. But it looks like it's rapid, but it ain't, man. It ain't the one, is it? Because they've got this porpoising issue. The porpoising is because they've got ground effect this year. Oh, here we go. It starts at 22. Oh, 6 minutes and we resume. 6 minutes and we're back on the way. But yeah, Mercedes might look the dog's bollocks from the outside with these jelly mold side pods. It might look the dog's bollocks, but it ain't the dog's bollocks, is it? Which is an unusual one. It's an unusual one, that, because I tell you now, 9 times out of 10, the car that looks the dog's bollocks is the dog's bollocks. I tell you, that's a weird one, but that's a fact. That you when have you ever seen an ugly car win the championship? Mate, it's a good, when was the last time an ugly car won the championship? Usually the most radical, the one that looks the best is the fastest. And the one that looks the best really, in terms of like aerodynamic, what's the word, like, the aerodynamic design, like the most radical design, is definitely the Mercedes. And yet it's not the one, is it? It's not the one. It's Red Bull and Ferrari. And Mercedes, they're bouncing down the straights, mate. Boom, 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 boom. This ground effect problem. Have they finished cleaning it up now? I don't know. Still looks a mess, but they'll be taking it properly. They'll be taking it cautious through there now. So the session starts in 4 minutes. Fuck knows how I've bridged a 45-minute red flag. Here we go. Oh, it's a... Look at that. Oh, the sound of it, mate. That's just different level. Like. Oh my God. Yeah, right, so he's gone through this. He's lost it a little bit. Yeah, he's alright there. And he just gets too much of the rear wheel onto that curb there. And it just... Oh my God, mate. When you see the other drivers concerned, Bottas was concerned there. I'm not surprised as well. You come across that and you're thinking, shit. You're the next driver behind Mick coming up on that accident. You're thinking, Jesus Christ, what's going on here? You see like a massive stream of debris, wheels, carbon fibre everywhere, bits of suspension, bits of engine, you'd be fucking sweeping through that. Like, you'd see a barrier absolutely destroyed, all scuffed. Thinking, what the fuck's going on here? Comes round the corner, sees the house fucking destroyed. Bottas must be thinking, Jesus Christ, man. Gone on here. Oh, we're nearly underway. 2 minutes to go. Delayed. Now that I know he's alright. Oh, buzzing, mate. Buzzing now that I know he's alright. Massive relief, that. Right, 1 hour 48 minutes into it. So we're less than a minute to go now before we resume and finally get the last 5 minutes. We're going to finally get the last 5 minutes of Q2 now. Gee, that was a long stoppage, that. I bet that was, how long's this stream? 1 hour 50 minutes. Mate, that was over an hour. That was like an hour. That was like an hour red flag, that. I don't know how I've bridged that. I do not know how I've managed to bridge this. But we're almost back underway now. Just waiting for the green light now at the end of the pit lane to get this finally back underway after Mick Schumacher's horrendous crash. And there we go. We are back underway in Saudi Arabia for the final 5 minutes of Q2. Wow, that was long. That's the longest stoppage. That's the longest stoppage I've ever seen. No, Canada 2011. That was the longest stoppage I've ever seen. That was like a 3-hour stoppage. Like, nah, I ain't bridging that. Do you know what I mean? Canada 2011, mate. No one's bridging that. Lad, that was fucking... That race took all day, that Canada 2011. Took all day. Another one that took all day, Korea, South Korea Grand Prix 2012 or 10. No, 2010 Korean Grand Prix. 2010 Korean Grand Prix, mate. That ended in the dark. It started at like 2 p.m. Fucking finished at 8 p.m, mate. In the dark. What's going on? That was all day. I wouldn't have been able to bridge that. Korea 2010 and Canada 2011. But mate, that was near enough. Jesus Christ, a 1 hour red flag. Still going. Oh, here's Magnussen then lining up for a flying lap. Then he's P13 at the minute, so he needs to improve. Got to get into the... Look at the porpoise in here. Look at the bouncing of the rear end as it comes down into turn 1. Magnussen nicely over the curb. Here we go then into turn 4. Kevin Magnussen. Ooh, so close to the barrier on the left hand side. This is the rapid bit, and this is the curb where Mick Schumacher went over there. The good thing is there's a lot of porpoising, but the good thing is where there's a load of sand down, or where all the oil was and the sand is not exactly on the racing line, which is good news. They can sort of this next to the racing line, so that's good. Yeah, so bottom 5 at the minute then, Zhou Guan Yu. Oh wait, do you know what, actually? These won't update unless I've got it like this. There we go. Now it'll update. Do you know what I mean, Daddy? You do well talking about stuff I have no idea about, yeah, but you're into your football, innit? Do you know what I mean? Eventually, I'll get the people in that are F1 fans as well. But yeah, man, bridging an hour red flag, mate. Well, that's like an hour and 20-minute red flag. Fucking hell. Managed to waffle through it though. 1.5 minutes to go in Q2 then. So these laps are critical now. This is it. It's like a 1-lap shootout to get into Q3 really. That was nicely into the apex there for Norris. So Norris stays 8th. That's not ideal, That's not ideal. But McLaren would be absolutely chuffed to get through to Q3. I don't think they're going to. That would have been a bit of an upset for McLaren to get through to Q3. So it looks like Norris will be 8th at best. But expect him to drop down the timesheet as the other drivers complete their laps now. George Russell coming around the final corner. Stroll also on his final attempt. Zhou Guan Yu crosses the line. I don't think he's improved. They're not improving. Russell's not improved. I don't think Zhou Guan Yu improved. So Zhou Guan Yu's out. They're not improving. I wonder if the circuit's just cooled down and just another couple of degrees, and it's just not as rubbered in, do you know what I mean? As if they've got to restart the driller and get the track get the track warmed up again. I wonder if it's just... So Alonso does improve 5th. Magnussen goes to 7th then. So Magnussen in the top 10 at the minute. Bottas 6th. So Alonso, Bottas and Magnussen all through at the moment. But you've got a lot still to cross the line here. Sainz goes quickest. Sainz goes fastest. So it's Ferrari are 1 and 2 in Q2. Ocon through to Q3 at the moment in 8th. Gasly goes 7th, which knocks Norris out. So obviously Mick Schumacher's out as well. Ricciardo's out, so both McLarens are out in Q2. 11th and 12th. Zhou Guanyu crosses the line. 13th, he's out as well. So it looks like Lance Stroll might be out as well. So it's both McLarens, Norris and Ricciardo. Zhou Guanyu, Mick Schumacher obviously, and Lance Stroll, who's way off the pace. Obviously didn't set a representative lap time, Lance. So George Russell scrapes through just. George Russell in the Mercedes has just scraped through by the skin of his teeth there. So Bottas's streak of getting into Q3 for like 115 times in a row continues. So Q3 will start in about 5 minutes time, I think. Longest qualifying session ever, this. Quali's only going to be an hour. 18 minutes in Q1, then a 5-minute break. Then 15 minutes of Q2, then a 5-minute break. Then 12 minutes of Q3. You know what I mean? It's only going to be an hour. We're only 2 hours in. We've still got... It's been a long one, but we've got to stay on, haven't we? We've got to see it through, haven't we? Where's Lewis? Lewis has gone, Matty's. P16, Lewis. Lewis has had the worst qualifying session. Well, yeah, he's had the worst qualifying session he's had in a decade, Matty. He's gone. He's P16, lad. So he got knocked out in the first part of qualifying. I don't know if you know how it works, but it's split into 3 sessions. So the bottom 5 get knocked out in every session. So Lewis got knocked out in Q1, 16th. So he's had a nightmare. As you would say, Matty, he bottled it. I know that's your favourite thing. Anyone that loses, they bottle it. It's not always the case. Sometimes you just get beaten fair and square. You don't always bottle it. But there you go. You love bottling it. So Lewis bottled it. Lewis bottled it, mate. 16th. He's out. But it's going to be the all-important shootout for pole position. Hey, bottled it, mate. I know you love that one. Just like City are going to bottle the title, innit? I mean, they could get beat fair and square, but... bottling it to me is like when Steven Gerrard slipped. Like, that's bottling it. Do you know what I mean? Or like, if someone's got like a massive lead in the Premiership or something, you know, like a 15-point lead, and then they fuck up in the last 6 games and lose, like, they bottled it. Or do you know who did bottle it famously? I think Rory McIlroy once had a massive lead in one of these golf tournaments going into the final day. He was like, you know what I mean? He had like a 10-shot lead or a 12-shot lead. Mate, he got beat on the final day. He bottled it, lad. He couldn't get the ball in the hole, lad. I saw that round, mate. I saw that Rory McIlroy round of golf about 10 years ago. That's bottling it. But yeah, But Lewis bottled it today, lad. He's gone 16th. He's gonna be sat there now. He's gonna be sat there now contemplating about do I want to do this? Do I want to carry on in this sport for much longer? Do you know what I mean? But he'll fight on. He'll carry on this year, But you know, I was talking about at the beginning that Lewis has got this streak going where no one else has ever done it. Where he's won a race in every single season he's competed in. And Lewis has not always had a great car. Most of the time he's had a good car. But 2009, he had a dog of a car, mate. He qualified like he's just done now, like 16th and stuff like that in 2009. And he still won a couple of races towards the end of that year. And then 2013, the first year he moved to Mercedes, that car were midfield as well. The first Mercedes he ever drove, that were a midfield car. And he won the Hungarian Grand Prix in 13. So he's kept the streak going, do you know what I mean? And then obviously 14, 15, from 2014 to now, he's probably won at least like 5 or 6 races every year. But this year, that streak's under threat. I don't know if he can win a race this year. Unless Mercedes pull a serious rabbit out of the hat at some point and go, we know how to get rid of the porpoising. And add another fucking 20 horsepower. And improve the balance of the car. Boom, and they pull it together, and by mid-season Mercedes suddenly catch up. But I don't know, mate, because Ferrari are going to be going flat out, mate. Red Bull are going to be going flat out. So Mercedes got to outdevelop by quite a substantial margin. They've got to outdevelop Ferrari and Red Bull to get anywhere near them. It's not often you see the order change like a dramatic amount from the beginning of a season to the end. You don't see a dramatic change. You might see some teams like gradually drop off and some teams gradually move forward. Like, for example, last year Ferrari had a strong end to the year, McLaren had a weaker last few races, but it's not. But Mercedes have got to have a dramatic improvement to challenge this year. A dramatic improvement. Are they gonna? You can't just turn up to a race and with a new little strake on the front wing or a new little cut in the floor that maybe makes them half a tenth quicker. You can't do that, mate. They've got to find like a second, or they've got to find like 7 or 8 tenths. Like, in Formula 1 terms, that's a massive amount of lap time they've got to find. But anyway, we are underway finally for the final part of qualifying now. After the longest red flag in history. Well, not in history, but it was a long red flag session. But this is the important bit now. This is the final 10 minutes now to set the top 10 starting positions for the race tomorrow. The big boys are lining up now. Who's it going to be? Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, maybe Perez if he pulls together a perfect lap. I think it's between those 4. I think it's between those 4 for this year, to be honest. But who's going to be? Can someone get into that top 4? Can Bottas slap top 4? Do you know what I mean? I think he can get top 6. I think he can get in the top 6. Bottas looking good. So Pierre Gasly as well's in the top 10 shootout, as is Kevin Magnussen. Leclerc's going for a lap, 10 minutes to go. Yeah, we've got Ocon, so both Alpines are in the top 10, which is, they're doing pretty well. I'd say they're doing better than they did last year, I think, Alpine. They've got a better car relative to the competition that they had last year, I think, Alpine. They're doing pretty well. Leclerc on a flying lap here. He's gone purple in Sector 1, which becomes... So Sainz has gone quicker. Sainz has gone quicker through the first sector of the lap. So these are where they start to ramp it up now. They'll all do this lap, then they'll pit, new set of boots, and then there'll be one more run at the end. But some are on quick laps now, some are doing 2 warm-up laps and then nailing it. But the Ferraris, one warm lap, bang, they're in. Leclerc round the final corner, gunning it to the line now. Charles Leclerc posts a 1:28.4. Gasly up to second at the minute. Sainz beats Leclerc though in the early part of Q3. Wow, that's close. Half a tenth. Ocon goes faster than Gasly, so Ocon up to third at the minute, Gasly fourth, Magnussen fifth, but Red Bull are yet to show the hand in Q3. But now Perez on a flying lap now. Oh, these cars look so fast round here, man. Look at the speed they go through there, man. Looking rapid. But it's a Ferrari 1-2 at the minute, obviously Red Bull yet to post a lap time. Ocon and Alonso, Ocon 6 tenths off the Ferraris. Not that bad, is it? Bottas hasn't set a time yet. Russell hasn't set a time yet. Here comes Perez then to the line. Where's he going to line up? Doesn't beat the Ferraris. Pops into third for now. So it's still Sainz, Leclerc, Perez, and now Verstappen is on. Now Verstappen's on a flyer. So he said, but Perez only a tenth and a half. Perez only a tenth and a half off Sainz in P1 at the minute. Bottas posts a 1:29.5 to go 7th. So Verstappen's gone personal best sector 1 and 2, but crucially not faster than anyone sector 1 and 2. So Verstappen has got time to find in the final sector if he wants to put this P1. Here he comes then, Verstappen to the line. Only 6th at the minute. He's not hooked up a perfect lap there. He'll have one more chance to hook up a perfect lap. 6.5 minutes to go in Q3. Yes, Jordan. Mercedes can't keep the pace on the straights. I'd love to know what their issue is. It's shagged. Do you know what I think it is, Jordan? I think it's a few things. I think it's more than one. Because you've got the porpoising, but also, you see, the engines are pretty static. There's not any room for engine development these days. So whatever engine you've got at the beginning of the year, that's it. You sort of set in stone for the next 5-6 years. And the end of last year, Mercedes' engine was the best engine, only by a little bit. The engines are pretty much the same. But then it looks like they've come out this year with what's supposed to be like pretty much exactly the same engine, and it seems to be slower. I've got a theory. This year, they're using in the fuel. The fuel's got to be 10% ethanol. So the fuel's because it's got to go greener and all the rest of it. So the fuel has got to be 10% ethanol. Now, has this affected Mercedes more than it's affected Ferrari engine and the Honda engine that's become the Red Bull engine, and the what's the other engine? Ferrari, the Ferrari, Honda and Renault engine? Has it affected the Mercedes engine more, this switching to this 10% ethanol? That's the only thing I can think. Along with the porpoising, along with just a bad balance, all those things added together means that they're like 8/10 off the pace at best. Do you know what I mean? But I think they've got a few issues rather than just one. I think they might have like 3 or 4 things that they're not happy with. Here comes Russell then to the line. Where's he going to put this Mercedes? P5 splits the Alpines. But Ocon's still up in P4. Here comes Valtteri Bottas then. 4/10 down on pole position after 2/3 of the lap completed. He's going to improve from P9 here for Bottas. He might put it P4 here, but he's got traffic on the inside heading into the final corner. Here comes Valtteri Bottas then, out of the final corner. Come on. Go on then, Valtteri. What have you got? 28.4 comes and goes. P6 for Bottas at the moment. Verstappen's got to hook up a lap here. So Magnussen 10th at the minute. Gasly 9th. Verstappen 8th. He's got to improve. Alonso 7th. Bottas 6th. Russell 5th at the moment, which is a fair effort considering Lewis is down in 16th. Jesus Christ, showing him up here. Ocon 4th, which Alpine be absolutely buzzing with 4th and 7th if it stays like this. But it ain't going to stay like this, is it? Max Verstappen, if he hooks up a perfect lap, anything's up for grabs. Anything's up for grabs yet. Yes, baby Sean. Yes, Sean, how are we doing? This stream should have finished over an hour ago, Sean. Do you know what I mean? But Mick Schumacher had a horrendous crash. And it took an hour to clean up. Do you know what I mean? So, still here, still going. Last 2.5 minutes now, though, to set the grid for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix tomorrow. Verstappen's going to be the one to improve here out of these. Ferrari 1-2 at the minute. But they're winding it up now for the final showdown. I'm good, loving the setup. Yeah, we're getting better every week, Sean. Every week's going to be better than the last. But I tell you now, I'm only doing 1 season of this. If I've still got fucking 2 viewers at the end of this season, mate, I ain't standing here for years and years, do you know what I mean? What are you talking to myself? I'll give it a season. I'll give it my best shot, do you know what I mean? I'll give it my best shot, but I ain't standing here for years talking to my fucking self. Here we go then. Charles Leclerc is on it through Sector 1 here. This is for pole. He's a 10.5 up in Sector 1. Goes around turn 13. He's rugging the apex there. So he's got good balance in this. This Ferrari looks rapid, man. He's looking at rapid Charles Leclerc, leaving virtually no margin. He's still purple in Sector 1, Leclerc. He's 3/10 up. Oh, he's rapid through there. They're changing direction like he's saying. Mate, he's next level, this Ferrari. This is going to be this is going to put down the gauntlet this lap. Round the final corner again for Charles Leclerc. Gunning it to the line, so 1:28.4 is the benchmark. 28.2. Charles Leclerc takes pole position at the moment. Here comes Carlos Sainz behind him then. And Sainz doesn't improve, so it's Leclerc, Sainz at the moment. And Verstappen's on a lap. Perez has gone purple in the middle sector. Here comes Perez. Final corner for Perez. Ooh, hugs the apex. Wow, Perez had never been on pole. I didn't even realise that. Here comes Perez then. He's got purple in the middle centre. He goes, he does it! Sergio Perez on pole position for now. A 28.2. He's 25 thousandths ahead of Charles Leclerc. Here comes Verstappen to the line. Verstappen fourth. Perez on pole. Sergio Perez first pole position in Formula 1. Perez first beats Charles Leclerc 25 thousandths of a second between the top two. Sainz in third. Verstappen only fourth. Ocon fifth. Russell sixth. Fernando Alonso seventh. Bottas eighth. Gasly ninth. And Kevin Magnussen 10th. Wow, Sergio Perez. What a lap. How about that? Perez on pole, his first career pole position. So get in. Wow. 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 Big lap from Perez. Big lap from Perez. Mate, he's pulled that out of the bag there. He's pulled that out of the bag. Yeah, man, that's the other thing. It fucks up my voice, do you know what I mean? I've already got a fucked up voice. If I you know, I might find that after like 6 races, my voice is just getting fucked, and I'll just think, not worth it, is it? Talking to myself and just fucking my voice up. I might just fuck it off after a while. But mate, what a lap from Perez there. Jeez, Ocon nearly crashed as well on the final. He almost did exactly what Mick Schumacher did. He's done almost exactly the same as what Mick Schumacher did. Right, that's it. I'm signing off. 2 hours 17 minutes. Mate, quality's only meant to be an hour. That was a long drill of that. But congratulations to Sergio Perez. What a race we've got in store tomorrow. Perez in front of the 2 Ferraris. Is it Sainz? Why did it not update that? Why is the timing screens haven't even updated, but whatever. What a race it's going to be tomorrow. We've got Perez in front of the 2 Ferraris. Verstappen from 4th. He's going to be on full aggression mode. So join me. It'll be 10 to 6. Join me at 10 to 6 tomorrow afternoon for the 2022 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. That's all from me for now. I have bridged a long red flag gap there. But we've done it. See you later, Tax. See you later, guys. Catch me tomorrow, 10 to 6. We're having it for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, so get in. And get in, Sergio Perez. First ever pole position. Get in. We're on it. See you tomorrow, guys.